looky looky, new tires. These are 315, 35, 17 Proxys R888Rs, brand new style Toyos to go on the bird. That is a wide tire, ladies and gents. That's a monster of a wide tire. They size those things about right. Some 315s are narrow. These are not. Good grief, they're steamrollers. I roll them in the garage. So there's the 315s, and there's the 275 fronts. So 275, 40, 17 for the fronts. They're going to go on the stock 17x9 front wheels, and then there's the 315s in comparison. Wow, that is a huge difference. 315s are wide. Look at that. Wow, pretty big difference. So anyway, those will go in the back, those will go in the front. The wheels are over here, and they're going to be refinished. They are buried under here. These are a 17x10.5. They've been widened. You can see the weld under there. I think the hoop must have been from like a 1711 wheel that was cut up, and then those are the faces of a stock wheel that I put on them with the GM stamp and everything. So I'm gonna have these refinished. I've got a pair of them, these and those. They look pretty nice. They've got a few little surface scratches, but I'm gonna get them finished out. I'm gonna have a clear powder coat applied to them, so I don't have to mess with the polishing all the time. So that'll be pretty sweet. And then I've got a full set of the just 17x9s. I'm gonna have the front two done for those tires, and then I'm gonna hold on the other two wheels just for extras in case I need them for like a street tire. Maybe put another set on the back. I don't know. Maybe just sell them. But the best two out of these will get refinished. I've got brand new WS6 center caps that I'm gonna put on the set. So the car will look the part, except for it'll have the big old freaking 315s on the back, but it's from stock appearance. I mean, at a glance, it'll look like stock, so that's what I'm going for. So anyway, and then for the track, I've got these guys. For the quarter-mile track, I'm gonna run these wheels, and these are the Jegs, I don't know what you call these things, cheapos, but they were pretty decent. They're Jegs SSR Stars that are polished. They're 15x8. I wanted to run a 1510, but the 8's the only ones that fit with the backspace I need. I'm going to run a stock width. The 88's going to be a stock width rear. So these are going to be on the back, and they look really similar in style to the other wheels, the factory wheels. So they have a lip to them. The center's a little bit different, but I probably won't run a center cap at the track. So that's what those look like, and I'm going to have those clear powder coated also. Those are brand new, so just clear powder on those, clear powder on all of them. I don't have to worry about cleaning them up. I think it'll be really good. So on these wheels, these will get a 275/60 Mickey Pro, the ET Pro radial on them. They'll be track only. I'll run them on the street maybe every now and then. They have a DOT stamp on them, but they're not really DOT legal. I'm not sure how they do that, but I think it's kind of like the Hoosier. They have a stamp, but you're not supposed to do it. So anyway, to and from the track, that kind of thing. I may run a ET Street R. I'm kind of in between right now. The ET Street R didn't get as good a review, so we'll see. Leaning toward the pros for these, and they measure them on a 15x8, so they should work well on the 8-inch wheel. So got a pair of those. They'll get coated first, see how the clear powder coating looks, and then from there, just get them on the car, see how they look. Should be good to go.
346 minutes later.
Hey, what's up guys? So I'm loading up the WS6 wheels. I am going to take them tomorrow to my buddy that has a shop that does mainly truck wheels and tires and truck accessories and whatnot, but really anything auto accessory, trucks, lifting, lowering, anything like that. taking them to his shop tomorrow. Wanted to get the whole set in the car, but we're limited to a Hyundai Santa Fe. I don't have a truck, so I'll just make some trips. So what we have here is the powder coated, polished out and clear powder coated 17 10.5. I plan on getting these tires mounted. It's kind of a rush deal. When I get them back, I'm going to mask this off, mask off the tire, and probably shoot some black paint in there to cover that. Probably just shoot the barrel black on the inside is kind of my plan. So, but anyway, these have been widened to 10.5. So it's a 10.5-inch wheel. Got one there. Tires are 315/35 17 Nitto Proxys R888Rs. The new tires. New series, basically it's basically a 888 that has a different tread pattern. So basically the same tire. And then I've got the two fronts down here that I will take to him the next day. Probably just get these done tomorrow, switch these out, and then I've got the 275/40s for the front. And then I've got the Jegs wheels like I mentioned before. Those turned out pretty slick. Basically it's the same style wheel. There you go. It's got a clear powder on it. Pretty dusty. If you look up close there, you can see the dust from the shop, just from where they were. But they'll get all cleaned up before I ever use them. But I don't have tires for those yet, so those are going to be more of a drag only kind of deal. Around a 275 Mickey Pro on those 8s. They measure out when Mickey has those tires listed. They list them as being a measured width on an 8-inch wheel, so they should be fine for that. So that's kind of my plan on that. They were super cheap. They were like $160 for a pair of wheels. I've got them on a special. So anyway, trying to save some dough where I can, stretch my dollar. So anyway, get these mounted up, and the plan is to hopefully paint the engine bay sooner than later. Get the rear end in the car. I've got the 8.8 over here. Let's go over here. I've got the 8.8 ready to go. Ran into a little hitch and a little hiccup on the emergency brake stuff. So I got a hardware kit coming for that to get that right. I'm missing a couple things for that. May never have been right to begin with. So got the lower control arms ready. Torque arms in the car. It's in the back seat. I got to pull it out. I'm going to attach the torque arm to the thing. Attach lower control arms. I'm going to use my little 4-wheel cart dolly things like you see here on each side, and then maybe in the front, in the middle. Put one in the middle on the torque arm, and then use the little roll around carts like you see over there. Those are going to be under each side of the rear. So I can kind of move it around, get into the car a little more square before I actually raise it up and bolt it in. So hang it by the shocks, control arms, probably get the sway bar put on it. Get the sway bar put on before I put it underneath there as well. I went with the Hellwig adjustable rear sway bar. It's got adjustable end links on it, so it's pretty sweet. So you can actually set how firm and how much stiffness you have in the bar, which is pretty awesome for what I want to do with the car. I think that's going to be perfect. So can tighten it up real tight for drag strip, can loosen it up however I see fit for any other type of driving, autocross, street, whatever. So bump stops are gross. Took this one off. I'm replacing it with these nice rubber ones I found online. So those are pretty slick. They're actually for a Jeep, but they line up perfectly to the same bolt holes. So, and then I'll just mount that to that. Should be good. Lots to do. Getting there. Chipping away. Click subscribe. You know the drill. Thanks for watching.